Hi, welcome to Behavior in Bordeaux. I'm Maria Huntoon, a certified dog behaviorist and nutritionist. My job is helping people find harmony with their dogs by addressing behavior issues down at their root. But while that's my day job and my official title, my other big passion is wine. So I'm an unofficial wine enthusiast, and that's where in this episode, each week, we're bringing you a new wine and a new behavior topic. I'm here at Oliver Bentley's, located at 409 East York Street in downtown Savannah, where humans can mingle and dogs can run around and play while their humans shop for them. More about that later. I'm here with my favorite Christmas gift of all, my Shiba. First, we're going to get into our holiday wine, and then we're going to talk about our topic today, how to set our dogs up for success over the holiday chaos so it can be more stress-free for all of you. Our wine today is one of my favorite holiday wines. It's the Biltmore Christmas Red Wine. If you've never been to the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina, it is one of the best things to do around holiday time. The twinkling lights around the whole estate and the garden, all the red bows, the wreaths, it just brings Christmas right home to me. So if you ever get a chance to visit, check it out. They also just celebrated their 40th anniversary of their winery, and that is where the Biltmore red wine comes in. So this is a medium-bodied, pretty jammy wine. It's very fruit-forward, so it's soft and it goes with a lot of dishes. Wonderful to please any palate, whether you're having some turkey with some cranberry relish, whether you're having some ham. Goes really great with roast beef if you ever watch The Grinch and that's your favorite dish. Also really great for desserts like pecan pie and apples, and my personal favorite, dark chocolate. Fun fact about Biltmore wine, each year they commission a different artist to do the label, so that's really fun. And the artwork this year represents the first official Christmas tree to be at the Biltmore Estate when it first opened in 1895. Fun little fact. It is definitely one of my favorites. Cheers. Girl Shiba. This wine retails on the Biltmore website for about $18 a bottle, or you can find it locally in Savannah at Habersham Beverage Center, and they usually have more of a discount as well. Okay, let's get into tackling those tips to make holidays stress-free for your dogs. Number one, if you're traveling with your dog, here's a few key points to help that be successful. Tip number one, bring your dog's crate, their toys, their blanket, some of their favorite things with them. So that way, when you're traveling, wherever you are, it's going to feel more like home. Okay. You're also going to want to break the travel up into shorter legs whenever possible. 10 hours in a car full of traffic is difficult for anybody, let alone our dogs who may not like to sit still for that long. So breaking it up into shorter stays, getting out and taking little sniff breaks and walks can be really helpful before getting back in the car. Sometimes even taking shorter overnight stays can be helpful. Sheba and I often do that when we're traveling as well. Also, you may need to enlist some calming aids to help your dog relax a little bit. These are things like herbal treats and chews, things that have valerian, chamomile, skullcap, passion flower, hemp. These are all herbs that soothe the central nervous system and can help relax your dog during those long car rides or during a little bit of chaos going on at the family home when everybody's first transitioning. You can also use things like CBD, flower essences, and aromatherapy in the form of essential oils as well. You just want to use the right essential oils, so check out my website for information on that. Whether you're traveling or hosting this season, remember to try to stick to routine. That's going to help your dog avoid any unwanted behaviors. Sometimes in the hustle and bustle of all the holiday chaos, our dog's needs go on the back burner, and that's often what creates a lot of behavioral imbalances. Things like having potty accidents, chewing up decorations, even reactivity. All that pent-up energy and frustration has to go somewhere. So keeping to some semblance of routine is going to be pretty important. Whether that means taking some walks regularly to let out some steam, whether that means having some puzzle toys or being able to just spend some quality time with you like your dog would be doing at home, and also having some quiet time to decompress. Sometimes we're so busy with family gatherings that your dog doesn't get that quiet time that they would at home where they're sleeping so many hours every day. So sticking to routine is going to help you have everybody have a little more happy holiday.
Did you know most dogs sleep 12 to 14 hours on a regular day, but need more decompression time if they are under a lot of physical or emotional stress? And pups under 1-year-old often need close to 18 hours a day.
Number 3, prevent mischief by providing proper enrichment for your dog. A lot of times dogs take their emotions out through their mouths, so chewing and licking is a coping mechanism for them. If we don't give our dog the right things to chew and lick at, they might get themselves into trouble, especially looking for some attention. So this is when we're going to want to pull out some of our items and be prepared with things like a stuffed Kong toy or a Woof Popsicle, which is one of my Sheba's favorites, or a licky mat. And you can stuff those with healthy whole foods you already have at home, like some mashed sweet potato or mashed banana, a little bit of canned pumpkin, cooked ground turkey or beef. Mix it up, stick it in there, freeze it. It will last a nice long while. And if you want more information about stuffing Kong toys, pay attention to the article that I have linked below. Also, other kinds of chews, things that they can really gnaw and go to town on, like a Himalayan chew, a cow ear, a marrow bone. This will help them select the right items to release all of that tension and cope, as opposed to chewing on the wrong items. Another way to prevent mischief is by incorporating training into what you're doing with your guests. So sometimes that might mean working on having your dog go place while you're watching a video, playing board games, or while you're having a holiday meal. It can also mean just having them settle with you on the couch and rewarding them for being calm and relaxed. Number 4, keeping those manners in check. Things like door dashing, counter surfing, begging for food. Those are things that tend to happen a lot during holiday time because we have guests and the dog may not know how to handle the guests and the guests may not know how to help the dog thrive. So this is where it takes a little bit of management as well as some training. I would start managing by, when people first come over, having your dog behind a gate so your dog can't just maul guests coming in with food and holiday presents. Give your dog a little bit of time to chill out and settle first. Let your guests come in and get settled. And then by bringing your dog out on a leash, you can introduce your dog to everybody once the initial novelty has worn off. That usually allows things to go a lot more smoothly. You can also coach guests about how to interact with your dog under those circumstances. Only giving them attention when their forefeet are on the ground and they're staying calm. Maybe playing a little bit of that red light, green light game from elementary school. Red light, stop if they start getting really bouncy. If they're calm, green light, go. Now you can engage with them. That can really make it clear for guests how to interact with your dog in a more appropriate way. When it comes to something like counter surfing or begging for food, the key there is going to be not leaving food items where your dog can access them when nobody's watching. So if that means that you're going to have children around during holiday visits and dinner, then you might want to keep your dog on a leash with you or even crated during meal times just to make sure they're not getting themselves into some mischief. And key number 5 to helping you and your dog have a stress-free holiday is avoiding holiday hazards, things that can actually pose a problem for your dog, and an expensive emergency vet visit is really going to put a damper on your holiday. So we want to try to avoid that at all costs, which also means we want to avoid certain items. Food items like chocolate and other candies. You don't want to have a little candy dish there on your coffee table and your dog helps himself, because that can really pose a problem for him. You also want to keep away from things like nutmeg. That's toxic to dogs. Obviously, alcohol goes hopefully without saying. We shouldn't share that with you. Additionally, you want to avoid cooked bones. So when you're making yourself your holiday dinner, please do not give the ham bones or the turkey carcass to the dog. Those bones can really pose a problem for them, not only a choking hazard, but if your dog swallows those cooked bones and they splinter and shard, that can really cause a lot of damage to their gastrointestinal tract. So no bones after holiday dinner. We'll also want to be really careful about holiday decorations that can pose a threat to your dog. Things like tinsel. We don't want your dog to be ingesting that tinsel. It may not come out so clearly on the other end and can create a blockage. Being aware of poinsettias and other kinds of plants. They may look beautiful, but remember, these plants are toxic to your dogs. So while they look nice, keep them outside or keep them away from where your dog's going to be spending his time. And lastly, any kind of glass ornaments or stuffed toys. Glass ornaments, if they break, those little glass shards getting stuck in paw pads are not pleasant feeling for your dog, especially if they get really wedged in there. And then also stuffed toys, anything that your dog can shred apart with stuffing, your cute little Santa Claus or your little teddy bear that you want under the tree, may not be such a good idea. Even if your dog doesn't bother these things normally, when they're seeking attention because holiday guests are around, these might be a good scapegoat, and we want to try to avoid that safety hazard. So we're at Oliver Bentley's at 409 East York Street, and this is Eric, the owner of Oliver Bentley's. Eric, tell me about some of these awesome dog gifts you have.
Well, we're the country's first ever dog deli. So for the holiday season, we're finding that the peanut butter turnover and the peanut butter cannolis are going really well. Mm-hmm. But some of the staples such as duck feet, duck necks, turkey necks, bison liver, Alaskan whitefish, all done up in a nice little deli box, seems to be a big hit this year. But one of the things that really is kind of cool is watching people have to decide between, say, what we call the hound dog donut or the chunky monkey or the s'mores donut. If you recall, what was Elvis's favorite sandwich? Peanut butter, banana, and bacon.
There you go.
The hound dog donut.
Oh my God, my mom would love that one.
And then we have some specialty items down here. We got Frosty the Snowman, although melted, and then Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer over there in the donuts. For gift giving from a deli counter, a lot of people have a grab and go. So we have pre-made bags of beef heart, pork heart, beef liver, and pork liver. So nice little bag that you can throw in the stocking. And really,
the original
Ollie B biscuits, honey ginger, gluten-free, made for sensitive digestion. And you can see who the mascot is.
Well, this wraps up our holiday episode of Behavior in Bordeaux. For more dog behavior tips and delicious wines, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future or past episodes. And check out our websites and other socials for bonus content. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.